And at long last, we finally know what the Doctor's name is. It's Basil.
Basil.
It's Basil. And now that the question has been answered, let silence fall and the Time War begin anew! Dr. Basil! Boom! Hey, you! Thanks for watching this video. Let's talk about it now. So this week's...
Jeremy.
I bet there's a Jeremy watching this
There's
right
probably
now.
a Jeremy.
I know Jeremy, he's kind of a dick, and if he's watching this, you know. He knows who he is! He doesn't like me either. Anyway, this week's episode of Doctor Who was the Zygon Inversion.
Ah!
What was that?
That was horror.
Oh. Okay. So this episode picks up where the last one left off with Zygon Clara launching a rocket.
Rocket launcher Clara.
Launching a rocket at the Doctor's
boom.
Air Force One, kinda. But as it turns out, real Clara is still semi-conscious inside of the Zygon psychic pod thing, and
somehow she can make the Zygon do stuff by like watching a TV.
Yeah, inside her mind or whatever, and so she
makes weird no like sense to me.
It makes sense because the Zygons need to keep the humans so they can make a psychic imprint on them, so they can like know their memories and stuff like that.
Why do they need their memories? Why can't they
So
just
that-
be like, yeah, I'm Clara now?
So that they can make a more convincing double.
Why does she need to make Clara double if all she's doing is blowing the Doctor up?
Shit, I don't know. Zygons don't make any sense. Anyway, so so then Clara...
It would have made more sense for them to kill Clara so that Clara couldn't be like, ooh, you missed! Which she misses, by the way, because Clara moves
Yeah, because
the TV.
Clara moves...
She moves the TV a little bit, and it's just like, oh, I missed.
Because just like how Zygon Clara can go into real Clara's mind and, like, get memories, real Clara can, like, reverse that and, like, somewhat control Zygon Clara. So then the Doctor and Osgood up on Time Force One realize... That's what I'm calling it, Time Force One. Realize, hey, someone's shooting at us. Huh. So then Zygon Clara's like, okay, reload, and then she launches it, and then she blows up the plane. Doctor's dead.
End of the episode. Actually,
Yeah.
the end of the entire series. This is the last video I do about these.
I found it funny that, like, the cliffhanger, like, picks up with, oh no, she didn't shoot the Doctor, and then she shoots the Doctor anyway. Like, what the fuck was the point of that cliffhanger then? Anyway.
Well, I mean, her missing the first time allowed the Doctor the opportunity to not die.
Yeah,
Spoiler.
he didn't die. Him and Osgood escaped in parachutes and parachuted down.
Fucking Deus Ex, Clara moved the TV.
Okay. So then the Doctor and Osgood were like, oh, we need to stop the Zygons, obviously. And so then Zygon Clara, or normal Clara, uses Zygon Clara's... Her name's Bonnie. I'm just gonna call her Bonnie. It's called Zygon Clara, normal Clara. Bonnie is the Zygon Clara, and Clara uses her hand, without her knowing, to text the Doctor, I'm awake.
I don't know how this works.
I don't either.
Like, okay, like, first of all, the whole, like, being in the mind thing doesn't make any sense to me. Because, I mean, my mind, the inside of my mind, I would like to think isn't a shitty apartment with a flat screen TV.
I think it's more like, that's like where they're putting them in, like the dreamscape, mindscape, whatever. Like kind of like the Matrix.
Also, her toothpaste tube says this is toothpaste.
Yeah, the Zygons are not very good at replicating what human apartments should look like.
It says, it's just a toothpaste thing that says this is toothpaste, and then she squirts it out and it's like black shit. And
yeah.
I don't know what the point of that scene was, but it was funny.
So anyway,
what else? Oh, she was like texting, but like she was like using her imagination to like text, and then like Bonnie's just walking with her phone in her hand at her side texting, and she doesn't even realize it.
Bonnie's kind of stupid.
Yeah, Bonnie's a lot stupid, but like, we'll get to that in a second. I don't understand how Clara's like, I don't have it in my hand, but I can figure out where the buttons are.
Well, I mean, if Clara texts as much as I think Clara texts, I feel like she should know by memory where the buttons are on her phone to text the right.
But how does she know that Bonnie's not like holding in a weird way?
Because
like if it's just like slightly tilted this way,
because she's the one controlling the hand. So she would have gotten the phone out of the pocket.
They knew the whole time. Oh my god.
And held it.
That was Jake.
And held it the right way and been texting it, so...
Okay, but still, it's like, it's not physically there. What if she had, like, typoed? What if she had tried to spell I'm awake, but she spelled, like, I'm... And then, like, autocorrected, like, I'm steak or something? Then the doctor would have been really confused. Like, I'm steak? What the fuck does that mean? Clara, what are you telling me? I don't understand.
The doctor thinks Clara's dead. But then when she texts him...
For all of 5 minutes.
Yeah,
I mean,
when he texts him I'm awake, he's like, oh no,
also, they escaped via parachute.
Yes.
And the doctor's parachute is the British flag.
It's the Union Jack. And Osgood's like, why do you have a Union Jack flag? He's like, oh, for camouflage. We're in Britain. So then the doctor's like, oh, Clara's awake. And then,
well, they FaceTime Clara.
yeah, they FaceTime with Bonnie, and Clara is making her wink at the doctor pretty much, like,
Wink.
tell him kind of like
And
where
she's
she
like,
is.
I'm not winking at you. And the doctor's like, do you know what winking means?
And then the doctor kind of figures like a rough estimate of where she is, but by the time this is happening, you know, Bonnie's trying to find where the Osgood box is.
Also, we should mention that earlier in the episode, Bonnie set up, like, for this random, like, fat dude to...
Oh yeah, so she...
He, like, turns back in...
Yeah,
she turns him back into a Zygon, and then uploads a video of him transforming to, like, the internet.
Yeah. And then he just kind of disappears for a while. Anyway, so...
To try to, like, cause mass panic, like, oh, there's aliens,
So, then...
And he still looks funny as shit when he's running away, and I actually laughed when he
That was kind of
away.
funny. That was kind of one of those moments where I was kind of like... You know, I'm kind of beginning to see where Connor thinks these guys look fucking ridiculous.
I audibly laughed.
Yeah,
when he started running away. I was like, that's hilarious.
Anyway, so... Bonnie is trying to find the Osgood box, and...
Well, I mean, obviously, but, like...
Yeah.
They FaceTime, and then Osgood sees the video of the Zygon transforming and is like, hey, we should go here.
Yeah.
And they go there.
Yeah.
And they find the dude.
And then he kills himself.
And then he kills himself by, like, zapping himself into pubes.
Yeah.
Like Zygons are wont to do.
And they kind of know, like, what the hell is going on with the Zygons. Anyway, so they go to where...
They finally know, like, oh, okay, so they want to transform all of the Zygons back into Zygons to, like, freak people out and start a war.
And so then the
general idea.
The Doctor and Osgood go to where, like, the Zygons are keeping all the humans, try to find Clara.
Well,
I'm talking!
We're not there yet, man.
Yes,
You're jumping the gun.
there.
No, you forgot about the whole scene with Bonnie and Clara.
I was getting to there!
No,
but
you
you
said...
were like,
no,
fuck you! Okay, so anyway... So anyway, Bonnie's trying to figure out where the Osgood box is, like I was trying to say before. So, she's like interrogating Clara because the doctor kind of told her like, hey, Clara knows where the thing is. I don't know if it's true or not, but she totally knows. So Bonnie's like, hey, don't lie to me because we share the same heart, so like I can tell when you're lying or not. And she's like, okay, I'm not gonna give you a straight answer, but like we have clearance to the...
Because she can feel the heartbeat and like, because how science works is, oh, your heart beats faster and you're lying.
Yeah.
Which isn't true.
Whatever. Zygons
fucking lied.
I don't think Zygons know how human heartbeats
If
work.
you've seen what Adam Ruins Everything, maybe I'll link in the description. Adam, he has an episode where he talks about how lie detectors don't actually work, but that's besides the point. Anyway,
so then Bonnie figures out that the Osgood box is in the Black Archive, and that Clara has like a genetic imprint or whatever that allows her to get into the place. So Bonnie's like, okay, let's go there. Just take Clara with us just in case. So then the Doctor and Osgood go to the human pod depository, and
human pod depository?
Whatever, what do you want to call it?
I don't know.
Fuck you.
It sounded funny.
So they go there and they're like, oh shit, Clara's not here anymore. And then a few Zygons show up, and also Kate Stewart.
Who is Zygon, maybe, possibly, maybe, probably.
Yeah, but then when she shoots the other Zygons...
And then she shoots the other Zygons.
And the doctor's like, oh, yeah, I fucking got it! I called it exactly how it was gonna happen! She shoots the Zygon dead, and then she impersonates the Zygon! Didn't I fucking call it exactly? Because she's Kate motherfucking Lethbridge
Because
Stewart.
she has plot armor.
No, she's the daughter of the brigadier, and yeah, that means she has plot armor.
That means she has plot armor.
It's genetic. It's genetic. Anyway, so then she's like...
Just genetically handed down plot armor.
Yeah, so then they go to the Black Archive where Bonnie is already there, and then she discovers why it's called an Osgood box.
There's 2 of them!
There's 2 of them, one red and one blue. She's like, ah, shit! I don't know, what the oh, man!
And then she, like, calls him, and he's like, which one do I open? And he's like, oh, don't open the blue one. So she opens the blue, I think that's how it happens.
No, she threatens Clara, and then immediately the doctor's like, the blue one, open the blue one.
Yeah.
And then she opens the blue one.
And she opens the blue one, and inside there's 2 buttons, one says truth, one says consequence.
And she opens up the other one, and there's the same exact buttons. And then while she's, you know, freaking out about what the fuck she's supposed to do, the rest of our heroes show up, and the doctor's like...
Well, she's like, bring them to me.
Yeah.
So they bring them to her.
And they bring them to her, and the doctor's like, oh, hey, you guys want to play a game? It's called War. So,
Yeah.
Kate...
So he gives...
Well, Kate and Bonnie both have their hands over the buttons for both the boxes, and they're ready to fucking, like, either, you know, kill the Zygons, kill the humans, reveal the Zygons, keep the Zygons, like...
Because the doctors told them that, like, one box has the gas that once released will kill all the Zygons, and one box will transform all the Zygons.
Yeah.
So now they're both standing with their hands over their box.
And the doctor gives about a 10-minute rant.
It's literally like half the episode of just the doctor
him
talking.
Ranting about how war is bad.
Yeah.
And fucking exploding on them.
And it's awesome.
It's awesome.
Like, Peter Capaldi's acting in that scene
oh my
is
God,
like the best I've ever seen Peter Capaldi.
No, yeah,
like, can I just get a whole episode of that? Because that
awesome. Was brilliant. So anyway, after that...
And like, one of my complaints about the earlier episode was like, I don't really get what the motivations are or why they're doing it, but that's kind of the point.
Yeah,
like,
they
the
don't have
doctor is like,
motivation.
you're like children, you're just doing this because you can, you need to cut it out. And I'm like, okay, so that's kind of the point.
Yeah.
I can get behind this now. This whole doctor monologue in this changes my opinion of the first one, because the first one I was like, that was whatever, but like now with this monologue I'm like, oh, I get it now.
I understand everything.
It's just like everything makes sense, and
so
he like gets like all emotional.
So then after the doctor make them both feel like shit, they both close the box and they're like,
and he's like, there's nothing in either of the boxes. By the way, there's nothing in either of the boxes.
The boxes were fake. I just was fucking with you
They
guys.
were just there so that they can have this conversation. For the 15th time, boom, erases their memory.
Yeah, and then he doesn't erase Bonnie's memory.
He doesn't erase Bonnie, but he erases
Kate.
Kate and the 2 Zygons' memories.
Yeah, so then...
which there are 2 Zygons with them, I don't know if we mentioned.
I mentioned it, yeah.
Okay.
So then Bonnie realized, that, hey, war is bad, so let's not. So she calls the Zygon High Command or whatever, and she's like, hey, we're fine. How are you? And...
That's not what she says,
it's basically this. So then everything is back to normal.
We're fine, how are you?
The Zygon revolution has been quelled, and the Doctor and Claire are ready to leave. The Doctor talks to Osgood, and he's like, hey, you know, you want to come with me?
Well, he asks her, are you the human or the Zygon? It's really important.
And she...
And then the second Osgood comes out and is like, we're both. And it's like...
One of them is Bonnie, who has taken the form of the other Osgood, and the other one is either the real Osgood or the Zygon Osgood. We still don't know what the fuck that one is. But we know at least one of them is the Zygon.
And I'm like, I smell a spin-off.
The Doctor asks Osgood to come with them. She says, no, I need to be here. And he's like, okay, fuck you, and then walks off into the TARDIS.
So evil Clara is now Osgood.
Evil Clara, who is not evil anymore, is now Osgood.
Also, well, I'll get into it later, never mind.
And then, you know... The Doctor and Claire have a heartfelt moment in the TARDIS where he's like, I thought you were dead for... I thought you were dead. It was the worst month of my life. He's like, I was only gone 5 minutes. He's like, I know. And...
he's like...
He's like...
It's like, I thought you were dead. That was the worst month of my life. Doctor, I was only gone 5 minutes. I'll be the judge of time. I'm like, alright, Doctor, Jesus.
Thanks, Jake.
Thank you, Jake.
Anyway. So that was...
and then, what... Does he say anything after that?
No, that's where basically ends. They just take off.
I forgot I had something to say and then Jake interrupted me.
Fuck you, Jake. Anyway, so,
I don't remember it. It doesn't matter. Okay.
Bros.
That doctor monologue.
I was, after I saw that, I was reading some things about it, and a lot of people were saying that, like, up until this episode, 12 didn't really have his, like, defining Doctor moment. Like, 9 had the everybody lives speech.
Well, he does now.
11 had the Pandorica speech. Now 12 has his, like, defining Doctor moment, and it's this speech.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just brilliant.
Awesome.
Like, I was just like...
Like, literally... I didn't, like, while he was talking, I didn't want to get my hopes up, because I was like, you did the same thing with Davros, like, 3 episodes ago, and you fucking ruined that shit for me.
Yeah, but now he's talking about something that matters, which is the Time War.
Hold
and
on.
the Doctor doesn't fuck around with the Time War.
Yeah, and I was like, maybe I'll hold off, because it might end up at the end of the scene that this is all bullshit, and then none of it matters, but they didn't do that. So, like, yeah, awesome.
So that's good.
And, like, the little twist of, like, this is the 15th time you said that, and then he, like, erases their memory. I was like, awesome. So he's practiced this speech a lot, obviously. I mean, come on.
So,
that was definitely the high point of the episode, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, that was,
his
like,
speech.
Fucking brilliant. Out of all the, like, for the most part, it's made to be me, but, like, all the 2-parters we've gotten, it feels like the first episode is usually the better half, and then the second half is kind of like, the first half, like, built up a lot of shit and promised a lot of stuff, and the second half kind of falls flat.
Kinda doesn't deliver.
This time, I feel like it was the reverse.
Yeah.
The first half
set up a lot.
The first half doesn't really set up a lot, but the second half had a lot in it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of a fresh change of pace.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know what
I
else.
Still think the Zygons are weird.
What else do you have in terms of pros?
Rocket launcher should have hit the plane. That's not a pro. What am I talking about?
That's not a pro, you fucking idiot.
The British parachute.
The British parachute. Oh, and when him and Osgood arrive in London, he's like, London, what a dump.
Yeah.
And she's like, then why do you come here a lot? He's like, I do a lot of things I don't like, doesn't mean I like doing them.
It's like, I get shot at and almost killed a lot. Doesn't mean I like it. It was like, alright. But I mean, like every other pro that I could possibly say is just overshadowed by that one monologue.
Yeah, no, like
this
episode wasn't.
It's like I could say this was good and that was good, but like that one moment was like the best thing.
This episode wasn't a fantastic episode. It wasn't like the best episode of the series, but like that one moment
was the best.
Makes it such a good episode, even though the rest of the episode isn't really like all that like.
It's definitely not my favorite episode, but that's my favorite moment. And my favorite performance by Capaldi.
Yeah. No, this is definitely my favorite 12th moment.
So cons, let's move on to that. I got one.
Okay.
Clara's not good at being evil.
Clara's not good.
I mean the actress, as in performing as an evil character.
Yeah.
Every line that she said when she was doing the lie detector was, so you do this. I get it. She started like all of her sentences with ooh.
She's trying to be
she's trying to be like sexy but also sinister.
She's trying to be sexy
working.
evil and yeah.
It's like which is why when we get to the Doctor monologue, I like that she's pretty much silent for most of it.
She says like three words.
She has like 2 lines maybe.
Yeah.
But at this point, she's not trying to be evil anymore. She's kind of like sad and sympathetic. And and most of her lines are like 1 word, and I'm like, all right, you know what you're doing. Good. Don't ever make her be evil again because she's not good at it. What else? I still think the Zygons look like shit, but we've established that. I mean, that was the big major one for me, was just Clara performance.
I love like the ending. I did feel like it was kind of like a bit of a retread of the 50th anniversary thing.
Yeah.
Where like he's like, oh, we're gonna make a ceasefire and use the mind wipe things. So it did feel like a kind of a retread of it,
but like the like we said, the whole speech.
The speech kind of forgives it.
And it was a neat little twist.
It was a neat little twist. It was a bit of a retread, but like, whatever. I mean, I'm not too upset about it.
Anything else major you can think of?
One thing is not a pro or con thing I noticed. Did you notice that the outfit Clara was wearing kind of looks like the Doctor's outfit? Where it's like the dark coat, the white button-up shirt, no tie. Like, it looks like... No, it's not exactly, but it kind of invokes the look.
It reminded me of Missy more than the Doctor's outfit, I think.
Yeah, I see a bit of Missy in there, too. Yeah. But just, like, immediately I was kind of like, oh, that kind of reminds me of the Doctor, because Clara thinks she's the Doctor, and Clara's gonna die.
Yeah.
Clara's gonna die. Like, they are hinting at that hard, so if she doesn't die...
I thought this was going to be the episode where she died for good.
No, because I knew she's in at least the rest of the season. I know that much, but like...
Is she? I thought she was leaving this season.
Yeah, the rest of this season she's...
I thought she was like leaving during the season.
She's leaving at the end of the season.
Oh, okay.
Because I know that one of the things about the finale mentions Clara, so I'm just assuming she's in it.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that's it. Next week, Doctor
What
Who's
is next week?
Doctor
man?
Who's first found footage episode.
Oh, jeez, that's right.
So get ready for paranormal doctivity.
I don't know how I feel about this.
So, from all of us here at Solid 9, I'm
I'm apprehensive.
I'm Dr. Puntastic.
I'm Dr. Apprehensive.
He's
about the
Dr.
next
Apprehensive. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Dr. Basil.
episode. Dr. what?
Dr. Basil.
Oh, that's his name.
Dr. Basil Puntastic.
Was he lying when he said that? I hope
Yeah,
he
of course he was lying.
Okay.
There's no way a fucking alien Time Lord's real name is Basil. Although his
You don't know that.
Although his brother's name is Irving. Well, Irving Braxia Tal, but like, that's expanded universe stuff. I'm not getting into it.
I mean, I knew he was like lying, but like I didn't know if like was it real or like because he sounded sarcastic when he was saying it, but I didn't know if like he was actually.
Of course he was lying.
Chill.
Of course, man. The Doctor always lies.
Okay.
You think he'd give his name to fucking Osgood?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe Osgood. Osgood.
Especially if she gets a spin-off. Which
Osgood.
I'm pulling for that Osgood spin-off.
I mean, they are making a spin-off.
Make it happen, blessy.
They are making a new spin-off about like the I think it's called Class, where it's like the
Is
kids.
it K9?
It's about Kanon's getting a movie. Did I not tell you about this? Kanon's getting a movie
About?
K9.
Thank you, Matt.
It's called like K9 Timequake or something,
Awesome.
where he fights like a Doctor Who villain from like back in the original series. But like, they're making a new Doctor Who spin-off about like.
Anyway, we're talking about an Osgood spin-off?
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying maybe she could appear in that spin-off.
What spin-off?
The spin-off that I was talking about before you
What were you
interrupted.
talking about?
The spin-off. They're making a spin-off.
About?
Kids.
And you never explained what it was.
It's called Class, and I'm pretty sure it's about like kids in a school in the Doctor Who universe, and like I'm assuming shit goes on. I'm not entirely
So
sure.
it's a Clara spin-off?
No, it's not a Clara spin-off.
Is it a Clara school spin-off?
It might be Clara's school. I don't know. I'll have to read much into it because like I don't know. Maybe Osgood could appear on there.
Alright, this episode ended like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly what it is. We were talking about something for 10 minutes. It kind of detracted from the rest of the episode, but it was kind of cool.